Outside of East Palestine, Ohio. We are currently getting ready for a town hall event that's going to be getting started here in just a couple of minutes. We're not in East Palestine right now. We're about probably 20 minutes or so drive outside. So we are going to hear from several different residents throughout the night here.
Good evening, folks. My name is Lori O'Connell, and I'm a resident of Darlington Township, Pennsylvania. On Monday night, I attended a supervisor meeting in our township and was told that no one had brought any issues to the township. And this is the letter that I read to them. This is my family's life from February 3rd to August 14th. 90 days of excruciating, unexplained muscle pain. Multiple doctor visits in excess of 30. Multiple prescriptions, 6 antibiotics, 3 steroids, 1 Zofran for my daughter who can't stop puking, 10 puking episodes, multiple missed days of work. This was followed by 1 ultrasound, 1 mammogram, 1 biopsy, 1 surgery, 1 5-centimeter mass, and 2 lymph nodes, 4 nurse visits, 5 trips to follow-up doctor's appointments, 7 more to go. And oncology is yet to come, which starts the end of this month. You want facts, you want numbers? Our vinyl chloride results in my household 3.4 miles from this derailment. 0.50, the limit. 1.9 was the test result. 0.21 is the limit. 0.81 was the test result. 100 milligrams per ml, or C, whatever the numbers are, the limit was, that was the limit. The number was 2611. 0.50 is the limit. 0.82 was the test. 0.19 was the limit. 0.31 was the test. The assistance that we have received from Norfolk Southern, 0. The assistance that we've gotten from our local government, 0. The assistance we've gotten from our state government, 0. The assistance from our federal government, 0. I can tell you what we have been told. Everything is fine. Nothing to see here. It's all great. We've lived in our home for 25 years and never had this much sickness. Our dogs are now sick. This all started in February, but everything is fine. Reach out to me on Facebook if you need to talk. I will listen. I'll be in and out because, of course, my husband, who has now had cancer and a double mastectomy, is facing chemotherapy treatment. So I will be a little tied up with him at times, but I will get back to you.
So we heard Lori speaking at the beginning of this year.
Yes.
You all live right over the state line in Darlington.
Right.
I'm curious to hear a little bit more. You know, you don't have to go through your whole spiel again. The folks here have seen it, but you know, we're now 6 months out. I'm curious to ask a little bit more about what has been the top concerns for you now at this point. You know, what are the issues that you're still dealing with at this point in time?
Well, I think our house is contaminated. Our grandchildren have been staying with us for the summer, and they have been suffering a lot of different symptoms that we had when this happened. Right. If we go away, we're fine. We come home, it all comes back, you know. So we know that there has to be some level of contamination in our home.
And so they're still experiencing some of them now, even.
Yes.
And I guess, do you mind going into some of the symptoms that they're experiencing?
Upper respiratory, sore throats, stomach aches, you know, a lot of sinus issues, the funny taste in your mouth, the metallic taste in your mouth, the burning lips. Still having them.
Right.
So do I. I still have them too. Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, personally, I mean, we heard from Lori on stage. I guess, what sort of symptoms were you experiencing throughout this?
Well, I don't know if Norfolk Southern had anything to do with it, but I got breast cancer. I lived in that house for 25 years. Now, the research that I did, vinyl chloride, extended exposure to that will expedite the cancer. So I don't know.
Right.
After that, I've had, besides going through all that,
Right.
I've had, dry mouth, eyes are irritated, sinus problems, headaches, nauseated, rashes. Yeah, I'm still supporting a few right now, and it's just been a living hell. That's what I'm so worried about our kids. I'm really worried about our grandkids, because when we go, we want to give the house to them.
Right.
What are we giving them? A death sentence?
Most of you know we are still not back home. My mom and father moved into our home in 1970, and it is a very old home. Unfortunately, it sits on the top of Sulphur Run and through a tunnel. So the contamination is a different experience with that home. I became sick. I would lose my voice. I kept my family out of town, but I came into town to check on the house, to take care of the animals, and to work. I tested for vinyl chloride metabolite. That's an issue now, finding doctors and people to help, but God's made a way with that. If any of you need doctors, message me. I know people that understand, and they are helping now. So I wanted to share that. The fact that the town's divided so bad, we can be that bridge. You can't move forward because either you don't have a home, you're sick, you've lost your job, but we can't give up. We can't give up, and we have to keep our faith, and we have to keep our head held high. God's going to take care of us. So try to be kind to each other, even when they're not being kind to you. You can make a difference. So I started getting sick in April when we started having all this rain. My basement floods. Well, now my roof has been leaking since April. Insurance won't pay to fix my roof, whatever. But I started getting sick. I get these rashes, which I have. I have one here. I have it on my leg. My eyes burn. I have that burning in my mouth. The headaches. I get these really bad sweating spells to where they smell like chemicals. Dr. Chai is my chiropractor, and I've been seeing him since 2010. He said, I had a sweating spell in his office where I was soaked. And he said, Chris, as long as I have been treating you, you've never had a smell. He said, and this smells like a chemical smell. My grandkids come over, they're fine. The next morning, they're congested. They're complaining of stomach problems. The other night, I woke up soaked in sweat. I thought my house was on fire. I jump up, and I'm running to the house. I had two of my grandkids there. And my oldest is 10, and she's like, what is going on? I said, I think the house is on fire. So she's running through the house with me. And then she's like, Natty, that's you. You smell like something burning or, something. My basement leaks. Now my roof is leaking. And I just think I'm just so, I know it's in my home. Because I never got sick until all this rain started. And I'm just at my wit's end. I don't know where else to go. And I've only been in that home for 4 years. And I'm just tired. I'm tired. And I'm not getting nowhere and getting no one to help because I'm trying, even like I told the doctor today, I want to rule it out. I don't want it to be from the derailment, but I know it's from the derailment because I was fine before then. And now here I am dealing with all this stuff again. I mean, it's not again, but it's just over and over and over since April. And I'm tired. I'm so tired. I have a picture of that stuff going over my home. I didn't start getting sick till April when we started having the storms. Well, the storms, they took part of my roof off. Insurance will not pay to fix it. So I know it's leaking now, from my roof, but my basement leaks too.
but I started having like the burning of the eyes, congestion, itching, rashes. There's a headache every day. Like, I can't get rid of it.
And it wasn't initially. It didn't start with the right at the beginning, but it was started in April as things started to warm up, more rain, that sort of stuff.
And I get these really bad sweating spells. And I've been going to the doctors, and they're just like, oh, go to the dermatologist. Oh, you're probably going to the change of life. And I'm like, does a change of life sweat smell like chemicals? I said, Rick Chai is my chiropractor. Been seeing him since 2010. He's like, Chris, he said, this smell, I had a sweating spell in his office. He said, it smells like chemicals. The other night, my grandkids come. The next morning, they're coughing. The other night I woke up soaking wet with sweat, thinking my house was on fire, and it was me.
Right.
And I'm just tired. I got dogs with rashes. I have cats with rashes.
Right.
The vets are like, we can't. The only way we get proof that it's from them is if they die. Norfolk said, well, you can't prove none of this is from us.
Right.
I went to EPA because I'm trying to rule everything out. Went to the EPA's office about 3 weeks ago to see if they would come test my home. No, we won't test your home. And then I got to thinking, well, I don't want you to test my home, because with the levels that you're saying and that other people are proving you wrong.
Right. What good is it if they're doing
it.
an independent test next to the EPA test and they're saying two very, very different things?
Exactly. They need to worry about the people in this town. We don't need a new park. If you want $30 million, whatever. We don't need that. We don't need that. If you want to upgrade it a little bit, that's fine.
Right. But first, let's make sure that people's basic needs are taken.
Yes. To worry about us. You're putting money in everything but us.
Right.
And that's all we're asking. We're just wanting help.
I know a young lady that is 23 years old that had a back molar come out, root and all. I know a lot of people are having teeth break, root and all, on a 23-year-old. Now, when it comes to parks, in the beginning, I heard not everybody, I heard dioxin people talking about, this is nothing compared to Times Beach, this is nothing compared to Love Canal, this is similar to the burn pits in Iraq, so that got me thinking. And I started trying to find out, and it took a long time, I couldn't find any information, and finally I made a connection in Times Beach. There's a picture in green over there. That's the kind of new park they got. That is all their homes. Their dioxin level was 300 parts per billion to the best of my ability to research it. And they want to build us a whole new park. None of us. Now, I am in the township. I'm not in the city, so I have no representation, really. My township trustees are not ready for this. No more than Trent was. This was an impossible task for anybody. But I get no official. I don't think the majority of us want a $25 million park. I want to relocate my family.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lonnie Miller. I'm a resident of East Palestine. I live on East Clark Street. My home is roughly 200 feet from the rail line and 1,800 feet from where the fires were burning, the actual point of derailment. I actually testified at the first Senate hearing for Senator Mastriano. I testified because those chemicals did not stop at that state line. Those chemicals did not stop at a 1 mile marker that they put on this. My family is also in Pennsylvania, and I'm angry that we're living through this right now. I just can't stand by and not speak out anymore. I am also a business owner in town. I own Mama's Attic. I will be closing my shop because I refuse to stay in a community where we can't take care of our residents first. Families and children and these innocent lives need taken care of first. Businesses are not a priority right now. We have to take care of each other first and demand better for us and for these children that are living here. I don't want to know someone a year from now who died from cancer for being exposed to this. I'm begging you. You know who you are right now. I am begging you to do something about this. I know you're able to. I know you're able to. Do something about this for us.
And I have nowhere to go. Like, I can't.
Right. I know. And I'm going to make a promise. I am going to make a promise in front of every single one of you. I'm getting my family relocated so I can take care of my mental and physical health right now. But I'm making you a promise that I will help fight until the day I die to help get you guys relocated too. If you want out, everyone is entitled to get out of there. 3 weeks after we were evacuated, 3 weeks, my house did not smell the same. After living in your home for 30 years, you know what your house smells like. I was terrified to touch a baby picture of my son hanging on the wall. What kind of life is that in a home that you were safe in and you felt safe in? It is not a life. When you're afraid to touch a baby picture of your son, you're afraid to pick up a photo album that's full of your family memories of 30 years. I'm so fed up and angry and being a resident and business owner in town. I can tell you I've heard so many stories and I could share so many stories. People don't deserve this. We didn't ask for this. We all want our lives back and we all deserve our lives back that we had on February 2nd.
Yes. And they're all going to have to be different because...
And not every single story and family are identical. It's not one size fits all.
That's right.
It is
That's
not
right.
one size fits all.
That is right.
And I am asking for help. Don't let 10